Hello folks, in this video on how the AI works in Carmageddon, I'm going to explore the wasted car behavior, because believe it or not, you'll find that even the wasted vehicles in the game display artificial intelligence. Now, someone on the Carmageddon forum, a fellow player by the way, not one of the developers, I didn't talk to any of the developers, said that the wasted cars in the game have absolutely no AI applied to them whatsoever. They are just dead, inert objects. Well, this is totally false, as we're going to explore in this video. Because the fact is that everything in the game has artificial intelligence applied to it, because the whole game is about predicting what the player is going to do, because this is how the NPC vehicles orient themselves according to what the player is doing. So you'll find that the prediction is infused throughout the artificial intelligence engine in this game, and even filters down to what the wasted cars are doing. So let's explore some of that. Now the setup for this clip is that I'm chasing Jet Car and we're going around and around in circles, it looks like. I'm trying to get some momentum, he's circling around me, so finally I drive off to try to get a little momentum, and he thinks I'm leaving, so he drives off too. But look, as soon as I start coming back, he comes back, and bam! We meet each other. But what I really wanted to show you was what the pink bugger does as I drive past. If you look at this very carefully, you see how the pink bugger kind of like took 3 hops as I was driving past in order to slam into Jet Car. Now let's see that again. So here we are circling around. Jet Car is circling around. I'm coming back. Jet Car is coming back. And we finally meet each other. And here as I come and hit Jet Car against the wall, notice what the pink bugger is doing. You see that? Let's see a little bit closer. He's giving 3 hops as I come by. Let's see that again. So I come by and he hops all by himself, and remember, he's wasted. You can see that he's wasted because of the flames pouring out of the back, and yet he's still hopping as if he's still alive. So that's a funny little quirk I've noticed in this game, that the wasted cars will show this behavior of still being alive, and they're still watching what's going on in the game and still showing an interest. And the reason why they hop like that is they're trying to predict whether I'm going to hit them or not. They're actually still worried about being hit. So when I drive past, they kind of tense up a little bit, and then when it's clear that I'm not going to hit them, then they relax again. So you can see that every time I drive past, Bugger kind of braces himself as if he's afraid I'm going to hit him. And then as I pass and it's obvious that I'm not going to hit him, then he relaxes again. Now I'm out of the scene here, I'm out of the picture, and you see he's kind of, he resets himself here. Now this is funny. Here comes Jet Car. He gently pushes Cowpoker away, then he comes and pushes Bugger, and he pushes him right in the middle of the road. Why does he do that? Well, right as I'm coming by, almost as if it was deliberate, he pushes Bugger into the middle of the road where I hit it. So sometimes they do get their wish. Let's see this again. So here comes Jet Car. He pushes Cowpoker out of the way, and then he pushes Bugger right into the middle of the road, just as I'm coming down the road to hit. Okay, now sometimes the wasted cars will show an interest in what's going on in the game, even when it doesn't affect them. Notice how, as I'm off in the distance, as I come and I hit the corner of that tunnel, Bugger reacts. He almost like he's feeling, sympathy pangs for my collision. He reacts as I hit the corner of that tunnel there. Now here's a scene from another level, and you can see I'm going by the Lambo, and the Lambo is doing the same thing. As it looks like I'm going to hit him, the Lambo reacts. That time I actually did hit him. So I'm driving past, and he's reacting as I'm driving past, trying to predict whether I'm going to hit him or not. There he jumps up again as I go by. because remember, the AI engine is built into the whole game. So here, here's the cowpoker. He got hit by a bomb, or he hit a bomb rather. He's like all mangled up. He's all twisted, and he's like alternating between two different wheels, two different corners of the car. So I finally hit him and waste him. And once again, even though he's wasted, he's still like alive almost. And what I find is that quite often the wasted cars will vibrate. So here he swings around on top of me, because the wasted cars almost vibrate as if their engine is still running sometimes. So let's speed this up a little bit. You can see he's like sliding around under his own power here. Now here comes his bumper. Look how his bumper is starting to fall off. Well, what happened was I hit a pinball power-up elsewhere on the map, and he's reacting to it because it affects all cars, and so his bumper falls off and it starts bouncing around because I hit the pinball power-up. Now he's continuing to vibrate like his motor is running and slide around in that oil slick and kind of tilt back and forth. Now here's another scenario where you can see Dan Dead in the background, and here's Screwy Louie in the foreground. Dan Dead is like twisted into a C shape, and when that happens, quite often because the cars are vibrating, they will like just spin around in circles. Now here's an interesting thing involving the forklift. He gets wasted, as you can see right here. He's totally wasted. So finally, I accidentally hit him later on in the game, and when I hit him and he tilts back up onto his front wheels, look what he does. He's like spinning around madly as if he's got a mind of his own, which actually does, come to think of it. So I notice that I push him up onto his front wheels. Every time he gets pushed up onto his front wheels, he starts spinning around madly again. It's really funny. And remember, he's wasted. He was wasted earlier in the game, so he's totally dead, but he's still like vibrating and spinning around under his own energy. It's just one of those quirky things in the game, but it's really funny to watch it. I have a feeling that if he were pushed out in the middle of a field with no obstacles, no fence around, he would just keep doing this indefinitely. He would fall over, and then he would tilt back on his front wheels, and he'd start spinning around again, and then he would fall over, and then he would tilt back on his front wheels. Reminds me of one of those birds that's filled with some kind of mercury or something, and you tilt their head over down into a glass of water, and they'll pop back up, and then a few seconds later they'll tilt back down again into the glass of water, and they'll just keep doing that until the water runs out. Now this car has a very low center of gravity, which you wouldn't think for such a tall vehicle, and so it behaves in ways that are different from other vehicles. So let's go back to the Lambo. Now you can see that I hit the Lambo, and he's coasting across the field. Boy, I didn't think I hit him that hard. You can see one of his wheels is off the ground, and he just keeps coasting. He just keeps going on and going on. He hits the junk cars, and that still doesn't stop him. He keeps going, and he keeps coasting across the field, and the only thing that stops him is hitting one of these concrete pilings here. Now he's still got the AI active. He's still active and actively involved with what's going on in the game. And what I find is, as the game ends, then the cars will relax. When the announcer says race completed, the cars relax and they fall back down again. Now here is a scene involving Thunderbucket and Bugga, and the Thunderbucket runs off, and he gets wasted right here against this barrier. Now he does the same thing. He has this like kinetic energy that he's vibrating with, and he's just like vibrating all throughout the game as I'm off on a different part of the map. But sometimes I drive by, and you can see he reacts as I drive by because he's trying to see if I'm going to hit him or not. And if you zoom in, you'll see them vibrating. Now here's a funny thing. He's starting to lose his lid here, his roof shakes completely off because of the vibrations. Now the same thing is happening to the bumper. The bumper is starting to shake loose, and it's starting to fall off here. And the interesting thing is, there I am nearby. That's why he's reacting, because I'm nearby. He thinks I might be about to hit him. I think I just saw another part fall off. But the interesting thing is that the wasted cars will sometimes respond to or even predict what's going on elsewhere in the game, what the player is doing at any particular moment. Notice how the Thunder Bucket's roof is starting to slowly shake off here. So we see it. He's continuing to vibrate, and now the roof has completely fallen off. So why did that happen? Well, let's see. That actually happened in coordination and because of something that happened elsewhere in the game. So here we go. We see the roof is gone. There it's back. We're going back and forth here, rewinding and then going forward. Here's the roof. There, it's gone. So let's jump to my car and see what's going on here when the roof disappears. There it is. And now we're going to jump to my car. Boom. Look what happened. Right when the roof disappears, that's the exact moment where I'm about to waste Purple Pile Driver. Right there you can see. So Thunder Bucket was watching and was responding to what was going on in another part of the game. So speaking of Purple Pile Driver, here we see him. He's wasted now. This is in a different level. And he's flashing his taillights. Even though he's wasted, for some reason he's flashing his taillights. Once again, he's watching what's going on elsewhere in the game. And what is going on? Here I am about to hit this barrier and get wasted. He was watching that and responding to that, even though he was in a different level of the map. So let's go back to the Lambo again. This is where I hit him, because this kind of ties in with what happened in another game. Unfortunately, in another level of Carmageddon. Unfortunately, this was before I got the recording feature fixed, so I didn't get a chance to record this. But I had wasted on the airplane level. I had wasted one of the cars, and I had gotten him going and coasting, and he was coasting along. And so I was continuing on with the rest of the game. I was, smashing into the other cars, trying to waste them. There was one car left, and I was trying to defeat him. And all the time that I was battling with these other cars, that one car that was wasted was continuing to coast along. So finally I got the remaining car in my sights, and the wasted car was continuing to coast across the map. I got the remaining car in my sights. The wasted car was still coasting. I was finally smashing into the remaining car, trying to waste him. We're going back and forth, smashing into him. The remaining car was still coasting. Finally, the coasting car was nearing the water. There was a body of water there on the map, and just as I was coming in for the final kill on the remaining car, the coasting car falls into the water. I come in for the final kill on the remaining car. Boom! I smash into him. I waste him. The moment the announcer says race completed, the coasting car falls into the water, lands on the bottom, and spills out all its oil. I mean, like, perfect timing. So I don't know if that was a coincidence or what. Okay, so that's some examples of some of the wasted car behavior in Carmageddon. So in the next video, I wanted to spend a little time on this, because in the next video, the wasted car behavior is going to tie in with one of the most amazing examples of artificial intelligence. And I know that you are not going to want to miss that. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to tune in for my next video. See you then.